You were among the U.S. senators who wrote a letter to the director of National Institutes of Health after they removed coronavirus gene sequence data that might hold clues to the pandemic's origin. In it, you write, we request additional information about the NIH sequence red archive and the actions taken by Chinese researchers to have NIH delete SARS-CoV-2 related data. What's the status on the information you have gotten and your assessment? I think what we're trying to get to is, where did this come from, and did we play a role in the United States in it?
You know, absolutely. Lots of reasons we need to know where this came from. And this is the origin of it, what we're getting to. Much like if I knew your genetic sequences and I could have some other people's, I could figure out which one is who was your grandfather, who's your grandmother, and your cousins. We think that we can prove the origins of COVID started in a lab in Wuhan if we could look at these precursors to what became COVID-19. We think that the grandparents, the relatives of that virus will be found in these data banks. We've given China a year and a half to find some type of an intermediate species or prove to us that it came from nature. So far, it's all empty. So we think that these genetic lab banks will have the answer and can show us the relatives. And indeed, it looks like going way back to maybe 2011 that Dr. Fauci was funding viral gain of function research on a SARS virus. And then we taught Dr. Shi how to manipulate these viruses. And eventually she took that knowledge and made the COVID-19 virus in her laboratory. That's what it looks like.
Here's what Press Secretary Jen Psaki had to say about the National Institutes of Health and the origins of the virus just a few days ago. Listen to this.
NIH has never approved any research that would make a coronavirus more dangerous to humans. I'm reminded that there are previous and different coronaviruses than the existing one we're battling. And the body of science produced by this research demonstrates that the bat coronavirus sequences published from that work, NIH supported, were not COVID, the strain, COVID-2 strain.
So, first of all, you wouldn't know the answers to any of that if the researchers in China are deleting the sequences, which is what your letter was about, asking them why they would be doing that. And if they have done that already, will you be able to retrieve any of that information?
Look, we're assuming that they're scientists and they would have had a backup of this genetic lab stored someplace. But her words are so deceitful. We funded a North Carolina lab to take the original SARS virus and put a spike on it that would stick to human lung cells like glue. And then we funded EcoHealth to the tune of over $100 million, who worked with Dr. Shi on viral gain of function research. So that is totally deceitful. They're going to come back and argue with us what is viral gain of function. But very simply, viral gain of function research is to take a virus and make it meaner, angrier, more lethal. And that's exactly what they did with the SARS virus originally. And we took it in piecemeal fashion and made it into what looks like COVID-19 now. So that's what she just said is horribly deceitful.
Has Dr. Fauci been transparent?
Much less than transparent. And I think the few emails we've got to see, and we just got a whole new treasure trove of emails downloaded from the NIH to see exactly what's going on. I think he's been way less than transparent. Even the original authors, the 27 authors that said that most likely that this virus came from nature in China, and we're back in a timeline of February of 2020. Even all 27 of those authors were typically funded in some way, shape, or form by Dr. Fauci in the past. And I think he should have been transparent about that, and that he was communicating with some of those writers as that letter was being put together. So that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Why would genetic sequences be deleted?
Well, why are they trying to hide them? That's exactly the question. So if you're the godfather and you're being held in court and all of a sudden the witnesses come up dead, that's what the Chinese are doing right now. These are the witnesses. The genetic sequences are the witnesses to the crime. So they keep hiding those and trying to remove them from the public eye because they know that there's going to be a trail that leads to a lab in Wuhan, China.
All right, Senator and Dr. Roger Marshall, thank you.